If you hold a green card in the United States right now, stop whatever you're doing and listen very carefully. Because what I'm about to tell you could be the difference between keeping your permanent resident status and watching years, sometimes decades, of hard work unravel faster than you ever thought possible. A major shift in U.S. immigration law has already taken effect, quietly, without headlines loud enough to warn the people most affected. And here's the most dangerous part. The vast majority of green card holders have no idea this change even exists. By the time many people realize what's happening, it won't be a warning anymore. It will be a notice, a flag on their record, or a problem they can no longer undo. I don't say this lightly. This is not a rumor, not speculation, and not something that might happen someday. It is happening now, and it is changing how the government looks at every single permanent resident living in the United States. What makes this moment different from every immigration update you've heard before is that this change doesn't announce itself with letters or interviews. It doesn't wait politely for you to apply for citizenship. It doesn't show up years later during a routine process. It works quietly, continuously, and automatically in the background, evaluating behavior that used to be ignored, delayed, or overlooked. Things that once felt harmless, missing an update, staying abroad a little too long, filing something late, are no longer treated as small issues. They are now data points. And when enough of those data points stack up, the consequences can be immediate and severe. Before fear takes over, take a breath. This isn't about panic. It's about awareness. The reason this matters so much is because the system has fundamentally changed how it decides who is truly maintaining permanent residence and who might be drifting away from it. For decades, the immigration system largely operated on trust. Once you received your green card, compliance was expected but rarely verified unless you triggered a specific event, like applying for citizenship or returning from long travel abroad. That era is over. Today, compliance is no longer something assumed. It's something tracked, monitored, and cross-referenced. And this is where people get caught off guard. Many green card holders believe that as long as they haven't committed a serious crime, they're safe. Others assume that if immigration hasn't contacted them, everything must be fine. Some think that because they're planning to apply for citizenship soon, none of this applies to them anymore. Every one of those assumptions is dangerous under the new reality. The system no longer waits for you to come to it. It watches continuously, comparing records, timelines, and patterns in ways that didn't exist before. If you're watching this now, that puts you in a powerful position. Information is protection. The people who suffer the most from immigration changes are almost never the worst offenders. They're the ones who simply didn't know the rules had changed until the rules were enforced against them. In the next few minutes, you're going to understand exactly what changed, why the government implemented it, and how ordinary, well-intentioned green card holders are getting flagged without ever realizing they did anything wrong. And once you see how this system works, you'll understand why taking action early isn't optional anymore. It's essential. Hi, I'm Sophia, and for years I've been closely tracking immigration policy changes that directly affect green card holders and immigrant families across the United States. I focus on cutting through confusion, fear, and misinformation so people can understand what's actually happening and protect their future before problems appear. And what I'm about to explain is one of the most important shifts I've seen, because it doesn't rely on dramatic announcements or sudden enforcement raids. It relies on quiet systems, digital records, and ongoing verification that most people don't even realize exists yet. If you're a permanent resident, this applies to you. Whether you've had your green card for 2 years or 20 years, whether you travel often or rarely leave your city, and whether you're planning to apply for citizenship soon or not at all. The old system versus the new reality. To understand why this change is so serious, you need to understand how the system used to work. For decades, the U.S. immigration system treated permanent residents as passive. Once you received your green card, you were expected to follow certain rules, but enforcement was mostly delayed. Problems usually surfaced only when you applied for citizenship, renewed your card, or returned from long travel abroad. That created false security. People assumed if no one contacted them, everything was fine. That assumption no longer holds. The government has shifted from a trust-based model to active verification. Immigration authorities now monitor compliance across multiple databases as it happens. Your status is no longer evaluated only at major milestones. It's evaluated continuously, based on updated records and patterns. Under the old system, forgetting to update your address, filing taxes late, or spending extended periods outside the country might face no immediate consequences. Under the new system, those same behaviors generate automatic alerts in centralized databases. These alerts don't mean instant punishment, but your record begins to tell a story, not always flattering. When multiple issues appear together, they raise serious questions about whether you're truly maintaining permanent residence. Many green card holders assume this targets people who intentionally break the law. In reality, the system evaluates data first, not intent. It checks whether information is current, timelines align, obligations are met consistently. Someone doing mostly everything right can still have a questionable record on paper. The most important thing, having a valid green card in your wallet is no longer enough. Physical possession doesn't guarantee your status is secure if the system believes compliance is incomplete. Permanent residence must now be actively maintained, documented, and confirmed over time. What really triggers the flags? The system doesn't look at one mistake in isolation. It looks at patterns, compares timelines, checks consistency across government records. Consider two green card holders. One files taxes on time, keeps addresses updated, reports changes promptly. That person remains fine under both old and new systems. Another travels often, staying abroad 4 or 5 months at a time. They moved but never updated their address. They filed taxes late because life got busy. Changed jobs without thinking it mattered. Under the old system, those details might never connect. Under the new system, they do. Each creates a digital trail that gets noticed and evaluated. What catches people off guard? These behaviors don't feel serious. They feel like normal life. But immigration law has always been strict. The difference now is visibility. The system notices gaps as they happen. If this information is already helping you see your situation more clearly, take a moment to support this video by tapping the like button. It helps this reach other green card holders who may be at risk without realizing it. The action steps you must take now. Here's what to do right now, deliberately and calmly. First, locate your green card and confirm your alien registration number. If lost, damaged, or expired, start replacement immediately. Second, gather necessary documents, proof of current address, employment information, and a recent passport-style photo. Third, ensure you have a reliable email address you check regularly. Official notices are delivered electronically. Fourth, set a calendar reminder for portal launch and register early. This gives time to fix mistakes and resolve issues. Fifth, review your recent history honestly. Consider address changes, job changes, travel, anything needing reporting. Finally, share this information. Millions of green card holders don't know these changes are happening. You could prevent someone's years of stress. Immigration law doesn't reward ignorance. It rewards preparation. If this video helped you, hit the like button so more people find it. Subscribe for future updates. This isn't the last change permanent residents will face. Leave questions in comments. They shape future videos and keep information relevant. Most people don't lose immigration benefits because they did something intentionally wrong. They lose them because they didn't realize rules had shifted until consequences arrived. You've done the hardest part, paying attention. The difference between protecting your future and struggling comes down to timing and action. You now have knowledge and opportunity to stay ahead. Stay informed, stay organized, stay compliant. Don't let silence or delay decide your future. I'll see you in the next update.